In the suppressed pages of the Pistis Sophia Gnostic manuscript that survived the brutal fires of the Roman Empire, there is a fleeting, terrifyingly practical description of Jesus' daily life. It is a practice so simple, yet so mechanically powerful, that the institutional church systematically scrubbed it from every canonical gospel. It was not a ground public miracle. It was an intimate, private protocol. Before Jesus ever let a drop of water pass his lips, he would hold the vessel and speak to specific words over it. He was not giving thanks in the passive, submissive way religion taught you to pray before a meal. He was executing an activation. The ancient Coptic text describes that immediately after he spoke these syllables, the water in the cup would visibly alter. It would shimmer. It would reorganize, as if liquid light was moving beneath the surface. And when his closest initiates drank the water he had spoken over, they reported instantaneous, physiological shock waves. The heavy, suffocating mental fog of the Matrix vanished. Physical energy violently surged through their nervous systems. They felt an overwhelming, unbroken tether to the monad, the infinite, uncreated source of all reality. Modern pneumatics, chosen ones who have recovered this forbidden acoustic technology, report the exact same phenomenon today. You speak the words, you drink the water, and within 10 seconds, you feel the bioelectric shift in your chest. This is not a placebo effect. This is not religious metaphor. This is quantum physics. Water has memory. Water is programmable. Jesus of Nazareth understood how to format its molecular structure, and programmed water carries the frequency of the monad directly into your cellular biology. The exact moment you swallow it. Tonight, you are going to learn the exact 2 words Jesus used to bend reality. You will learn the mechanical protocol to activate your own water, starting with the glass sitting next to you right now. If you are ready to weaponize the water in your body with the frequency of the true source, go to the comments and declare your intention to the Matrix. Type I activate. Now, before I reveal the 2 words, you must understand the science of why Jesus chose water as the primary vector for divine transmission. In the late 20th century, a Japanese researcher named Dr. Masaru Emoto shocked the scientific world. He proved through rigorous microscopic photography that the molecular structure of water physically changes in direct response to acoustic frequencies, human emotion, and directed intention. When you speak over water, you are not just making noise in a room. You are emitting electromagnetic frequency. You are literally coding its geometric structure, and the water holds that code. Now, consider your own biology. Your physical avatar is roughly 70% water. Your brain, your heart, your blood, the interstitial fluid surrounding every single one of your trillions of cells, it is almost entirely water. When you drink programmed, high-frequency water, that energy does not sit in your stomach waiting to be slowly digested. It distributes instantaneously through the entire water-based communication network of your body. It acts as a liquid hard drive, overriding the chaotic, fear-based frequencies stored in your cells. Jesus understood this fluid mechanic perfectly. In Gnostic cosmology, the monad, the pure, infinite light of the true Creator cannot easily enter dense, corrupted matter directly. The material matrix is too heavy. It requires a bridge. Water is that cosmic bridge. It exists in a liminal state between the material and the energetic. It is liquid, formless, constantly moving, and highly receptive. When you program water with the frequency of the monad, it transforms from a simple hydrating liquid into a quantum transmission device. You are literally drinking liquid light. The institutional church knows exactly how this works. That is precisely why they invented the concept of holy water. But they corrupted the technique to monopolize the power. They engineered a system where only an ordained priest, wearing specific robes, standing in a specific building, muttering church-approved Latin phrases, possesses the authority to bless water. Why? Because if humanity discovered that every single person carrying the divine spark could activate their own water using the exact 2 words Jesus used, the entire multi-billion-dollar sacrament system collapses overnight. You do not need a priest. You do not need a cathedral. You do not need the Pope's permission. You only need your inherent sovereignty, and you need the words. And tonight, you are taking them back. Before I give you the words, I must issue a severe warning. If you just parrot these words without conscious awareness, absolutely nothing will happen. Words are not magical. Harry Potter spells, they are acoustic frequency carriers, and for a frequency to alter molecular structure, it requires directed intention perfectly aligned with gnosis, inner knowing. When spoken correctly by a pneumatic and awakened soul, these two words execute a three-step quantum program. They violently clear the water of the stagnant, negative programming it picked up traveling through the modern matrix pipes. Plastic, cities. They encode the raw frequency of the monad into the H2O geometry. They seal the activation, stabilizing the liquid so the frequency does not leak out. The two words Jesus spoke over his water before drinking translate from his native Aramaic dialect into English as a single, devastating declaration of identity and command. I am living water. 2. Concepts 1. Sovereign declaration. 1. Molecular program. Let me break down the exact mechanics of what happens when you speak them. When you look at the glass and declare I am, you are not speaking to the water. You are speaking to yourself. You are anchoring your identity. You're officially reminding your biological vehicle that you are not a powerless victim trapped in a meat suit. You are the infinite consciousness of the monad, temporarily localized in human form. This declaration causes your own internal frequency to spike violently, because you are 70% water. The water currently residing inside your own body instantly you have initiated the activation before your lips even touch the glass. You are pulling yourself up to the monadic baseline. Then, you direct your attention to the glass and speak the command. Living water. You are not politely asking the water to please become holy. You are commanding it to remember its original, uncorrupted state. Water is not dead matter. It is a highly conscious, responsive entity at a level most humans are too numb to perceive. When you declare living water, you are forcing its molecular geometry to lock into a crystalline structure capable of receiving and transmitting the frequency of the monad. This is the exact sequence Jesus used. First, he anchored his own identity. I am. Second, he programmed the external vessel living water. Then, he drank. And the water, now carrying the raw voltage of the source, entered directly into his cellular structure. This is how he maintained an unbreakable, high-frequency connection to the pleroma while operating daily inside the heavy, exhausting density of the material world. He literally dosed himself with monadic frequency multiple times a day. You have been drinking dead water your entire life. Water that has been blasted by the electromagnetic chaos of cities, filtered through municipal chemicals, and stripped of its natural geometric vitality. You are hydrating your physical organs, but you are starving your bioelectric field. Tonight, that changes. This protocol takes exactly 15 seconds. It works with any water you have access to: tap water, filtered water, or bottled water. Here is the exact mechanism. Hold your glass of water with both hands. This creates a closed biomagnetic circuit between your left and right hemispheres. Look directly into the water. Stop thinking about your emails, your bills, or your trauma. Become violently present. Speak the words out loud. The acoustic vibration of your vocal cords must physically strike the surface of the water. If you are in public, you may speak them silently in your mind, but physical sound is the superior carrier wave. Step 1. Speak the words, I am. Pause for exactly 2 seconds. Feel the immediate shift in your own chest cavity. You may feel a sudden warmth in your sternum or a subtle expansion in your peripheral vision. That is your internal water aligning to the monad. Step 2. Speak the command. Living water. Pause for 2 seconds. Watch the liquid. Many chosen ones report seeing a brief, almost imperceptible shimmer across the surface. Others feel their palms suddenly grow hot against the glass. Even if you perceive nothing visually, know that the molecular structure has just been the water is now a conductor. Step 3. Drink. Do not gulp it down mindlessly like you are putting gas in a car. Drink it consciously. Feel the temperature and the weight of the liquid moving down your throat and into your core. Now, pay very close attention to what happens in your body over the next 30 to 60 seconds. It almost always hits the solar plexus first. A deep, radiating warmth or a magnetic tingling. That is the monadic frequency distributing through your cellular network. Then, the mental clarity strikes. The heavy, sluggish brain fog that the Archons use to keep you docile suddenly evaporates. Your thoughts become razor sharp. Your physical energy risks not the jittery, anxious spike of caffeine, but a clean, deep, sustained power. You will feel profoundly present, as if your soul just fully clicked into your physical avatar for the first time all day. This is not a placebo. This is applied quantum physics. You programmed the liquid with a frequency. You ingested the frequency, and your cells absorb the data. You only need to speak the activation once per glass. One activation. One drink. But imagine what happens to your biological vehicle if you execute this protocol with every single glass of water you consume. Morning, afternoon, and night. Every time you activate your water, you are microdosing yourself with the frequency of the monad. The effects do not just add up. They compound exponentially. The more you drink programmed water, the more your baseline emotional and energetic frequency permanently stabilizes at the monadic level. You stop trying to reach the source through exhausting meditation. You are literally hydrating yourself with it. Here is what the Chosen Ones report when they entirely replace dead water with activated water. Within 24 hours, the chronic mental fog clears completely. The debilitating habit of second-guessing your every decision vanishes. Why? Because archonic interference is frequently transmitted through the dense, low-frequency water in your body. Activated water physically blocks their signal. Within 3 days, your physical stamina fundamentally alters. You stop experiencing random, exhausting energy crashes in the middle of the afternoon. Your body no longer has to expend massive amounts of its own energy trying to process dead, chaotic water. Your sleep becomes incredibly deep and restorative. Within 1 week, the matrix begins to bend around you. Synchronicities explode in your daily life. Things you have been desperately trying to manifest suddenly drop into your lap without friction. Not because you worked harder, but because your frequency has permanently changed. You are vibrating at the level of the pleroma. And the material world has no choice but to reorganize itself to match your resonance. And the ultimate victory. Many pneumatics report that severe archonic attacks bouts of sudden, inexplicable anxiety, dread, and depression stop completely after 2 weeks of this protocol. The Archons literally lose their grip on you. You become too high frequency for their parasitic cords to attach. They starve, and they leave. The institutional church knew this. That is why they hid it. They removed it from Scripture, because it makes a human being too powerful, too sovereign, and completely independent of their religious mediation. But the Gnostics preserved it, and tonight, the Empire loses its monopoly on the sacred. You have the exact words, you have the exact biomechanics, and you have unlimited access to the one physical substance that conducts the monad better than anything else on Earth. Do not wait until tomorrow morning. Do not wait until you feel more spiritual. The Archons monitoring your frequency know exactly what you just learned, and within 5 minutes of this video ending, they will flood your mind with a thought. I'll try this later. That is a trap. That is how they keep you drinking dead water. Defy them. Get up, go to your kitchen, and pour a glass of water right now. Hold it. Speak the words. I am. Live in water. Drink it, and feel the physics of the monad alter your biology in real time. If you are committing to the Living Water Protocol tonight, I need you to execute 3 actions to anchor your sovereignty into the grid. First, go to the comments and declare, I activate now. Make it real. Let the other Chosen Ones reading this know that the Army of Light is hydrating with the source. Second, subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications. We are preparing to release the advanced protocols: how to program your food, how to use activated water to clear demonic residue from your home, and how to execute full-body monadic immersion. Third, hit like on this video. The algorithm is designed to bury teachings that empower the individual. Your like is an act of digital rebellion that forces this video onto the screen of the next exhausted soul who desperately needs to wake up. Jesus knew water was the bridge between the infinite and the physical. He programmed it, he drank it, and he bent reality to his will. You have the codes now? You'll never drink dead water again. Hydrate your soul. You are untouchable now.